Hello, friends. Welcome back to more trading signals for cryptocurrencies. Today is the 14th of December. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, follow my work, especially if you want to get more trading signals. If you want to really make money, guys, you need to listen to the tips that I say. Okay, not only the predictions, obviously, those are very good, as you know, but I'm getting very good at spotting the levels, which is going to be essential for the new indicator that I'm going to build, which is basically going to be kind of like supports and resistance, okay? But it's like predicting supports and resistance, or rather, actually, just predicting the levels where a day is going to go, where we can go long, where we can go short with a safe assurance that it's going to go well. It's going to be a good trade. I just did a trade, a long trade on Solana. I believe my starting position was somewhere around here, 129, somewhere like this. And I just closed it at 132, something like that. Okay, I already posted the trade on Twitter, so you can take a look. It was around 30% profit. I closed it because I knew this was very volatile, and the 14 in my predictions was a red day. For a red day to actually be a valid prediction, we have to close lower than this candle right there. So currently we're obviously lower, but at the time it was actually going higher. So I was like, wait a moment, this is not going to be a red day, and it's going to be very hard to actually uh, for that to happen. So I'm just going to close the short. I'm in the long, and I'm going to wait if I see the price go down again to these levels, so I can long again. Because in my indicator using the 10-hour time frame, we can see that it's very close to turning green. Okay, very close. So possibly tomorrow is going to be a green day for all cryptos, because if we go to, for example, Binance, we're going to see Binance also very close to turning green. Ethereum also very well, not as close as Solana, but it's still, you can see it's getting close. If we go to AVAX, AVAX also getting close. This other coin already in green. But this coin is kind of rare. I don't really use it to measure other coins, so possibly just an exception. But it's basically telling us something that it can possibly go green in the coming hours. Like I said, very likely tomorrow. XRP already turning green on my indicator. XLM also close. IOTA also kind of close, not much, but you can see there's still something there. Dogecoin already turning green, and Bitcoin also very close to turning green. So as you can see, I just show you many coins, many different coins, but all of them have in common that they do tend to go with the market. Okay, they are not outliers. For example, Aster Aster coin will be an outlier because Aster behaves differently from other coins. But the ones that I showed you, in my experience and in my opinion, they do tend to go in harmony, in synchronization with the markets. Another thing that you can see is these boxes. These boxes are the levels of what I'm predicting and trading. So as you can see, I had these green boxes from days ago. Okay, these are not recent. I drew these red boxes very recently today, but these other ones were I made them in the past days. And as you can see, it was on point because this green box right there, it's basically where I actually entered the long position that I also just took. Okay, very close to this price, very close. And as you can see, it it acts as a support, even though this is not a good support. For example, a good support will be this one. This is a macro support, a very solid support. Another support maybe will be this range. Okay, because we can see it's kind of shared by many other structures, as you can see. But this is not a good support because it doesn't really have much testing. Okay, it has not been tested for a lot of time, and still we got, according to my levels, we got the price basically touching this level and then jumping all the way up. Very volatile stuff. I like to see that because volatile movements basically give me guarantee that the trade is going to go well. I don't have to wait a lot of time until the profits are actually secured. So as you can see, the worst case scenario is that we drop suddenly in the coming hours, either back to this level of the first box or to the second box, which in Solana is around 126 to 125 to 124, something like that. Okay, and as you can see, the price briefly touched the first red box. Obviously, this is the first red box. It's going to be the first level, and I believe this level will be surpassed tomorrow. Okay, maybe tomorrow we can see a price around 137, and at the very best 140, 141, something like that. But I can see this first level, this first box being completely surpassed. The price will break over and above this box and possibly rest somewhere in these other two boxes. Okay, that's for tomorrow. Because, like I told you, I mean, if we go to 1 hour on my indicator, it's still on green. Okay, it's not really convincing, and because, like I told you, the 14 appears in my predictions as a red day, so it has to close below this level. Tomorrow appears as a green day. That's why I'm telling you that a long is very, very likely and very profitable. If we actually go to Ethereum, for example, Ethereum looks very much like Solana, and as you can see, also the boxes are still at play. Obviously, this one was destroyed by the corrections on the 12th of December, but this really acts as a very good support, as you can see, very good support. Also, all of these levels, I drew them days ago, if not weeks ago. I believe I don't have any levels drawn up yet on Bitcoin, but Bitcoin also looks prime to for a long. Okay, ideally, I want to wait for the price to come back down. This will happen in the coming hours, maybe in the first hours of the 15, maybe. Or it really depends. I mean, on the 10-minute chart, it's on red. Okay, it's on a correction. But if we go to other coins, especially Solana, which is the one that I'm trading, also in red, but it's getting close to going green. So again, I believe the price in Solana at least will maybe end up in range or slightly below the initial position, which is around here. So we'll have to see. But again, if it drops to any of these levels, okay, any of these, uh, almost, I don't really think it's going to touch this box again. But if it does, or if it actually drops to a level that is very close to this box, then I can really go for another long, because again, like I told you, tomorrow is going to be a green day in my predictions. I just showed you that the indicator in on 10 hours is almost green on many coins, most coins. So it's almost a guarantee that it's going to happen. I just want more assurance that it's going to go in fact my way. And basically that's all I have for you guys. I really don't have any much to tell you. If you want to trade, if you want to get ahead, you want to get some guide towards your trades, you can join my signals group. It's for free. You guys know it's going to be free for a limited time. And after that, I will essentially be doing the signals on my own manually. So I'll give you basically the exact same positions levels for my trades, the trades that I do. Anyways, like, share, and subscribe, follow the work, and I'll see you guys next time.